Toronto Raptors trying to even their Eastern Conference Finals series with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. We could talk all day about Manu Ginobili, third in voting last season for Sixth Man of
Let's meet your Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 4, Iman Shumpert. At center, 7 feet 1 inch, number 20, Timothy Mozgov.
This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to 2KU. In NBA 2K15, mastering the timing of your player's signature shots is more important than ever before. Now you, as the gamer, have complete control over how effective your shooters are from the field. On your shooter's feet, you'll see the new...
This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Hillam. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Splitter, that's good. Splitter's got the first points up on the board for the Spurs.
You know, for a long time, people would think about the Spurs as a slow-it-down team, but they've had an explosive offense the past few seasons.
LeBron against Leonard. Here's Irving. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Here's Splitter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Splitter's got his second bucket of the night.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
From deep LeBron. And that one's good.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter.
James!
And Parker, here we go. And that one's good.
Now some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, getting such easy access to the rim.
Now here's LeBron. The 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Parker. On the wing, Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Kyrie!
And here we go with Tony Parker.
Irving!
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thank you for that, Doris.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
A nice shot by LeBron.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range. Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
Here's Green following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Fires from deep. That's good from Shumpert on the assist by Mozgov. Shumpert's got his first 3 points of the game.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step. He just pulled up and drained the 3.
And Parker Clark, a 6-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champion, heavily decorated player.
Yeah, he really is, and he's shooting to become the Spurs' first 20-year guy. Now, how crazy would that be? I mean, he came to the Spurs in 19, so he's got an outside chance at it. He says his body feels great.
Yep.
And the way Pop manages minutes for his guys, he thinks he can play at a high level for a long time. That'll be fun to watch to see if it happens that way.
Good story, you're right.
Yeah.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Shumpert. The Spurs shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Verajau's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Mills is checked in. Diaw can't hit. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. And it's sent back by Irving. James with it. He's got 9. 18 feet out. And yes, sir, that one drops. LeBron's got 11.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now here's Ginobili. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Pulls it up. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Here's Mills. Ginobili attacking. Soft touch off the glass.
And that's his forte, finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
From deep, James, another 3 for Cleveland.
Not much going wrong for him early here. Only 1 miss on his first 6 shots.
Spurs trail by 16. Ginobili outside. Outside, Bellinelli. The Cavaliers pull it in. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And on the way from Irving for 3. Good. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes having been behind the three-point line. So got to make some adjustments defensively.
Here's Diaw. That one goes. Count. Diaw's got his first bucket of the night. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Irving for 3. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers on top, leading by 17. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for San Antonio. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot.
Well, it's funny, back when LeBron joined the Heat, some critics said he'd given up the chance to be the franchise player and carry his team. But guess what? No matter who LeBron plays with, he's always the franchise player. That's how good he is.
And here is Irving. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And it's Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got 13.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at them, they've not been able to take that shot away.
And that one's good.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second-chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Now, here is Irving. 13 points in the game. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeout.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season. But when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
For the Cavaliers, Miller comes in for Anderson Varejao. And it's Marion in for Iman Shumpert. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told them he wouldn't accept them settling for outside shots and said we can get to the rim if we attack the basket, and that's what we're going to do. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris. The Cavaliers leading by 20. James with it. He's picked up by Parker, the 15-footer, and he hits the jump shot. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
And Duncan last season averaging close to a double-double in less than 30 minutes a game, as dominant on the glass as ever. Tim Duncan.
Now here's Parker. 6 to shoot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And you take a look at Tim Duncan's rebounding, Steve, moving into the top 5 in career double-doubles.
Yeah, he just passed Karl Malone and the great Bill Russell. So Duncan just continues this late career renaissance. His play has just been spectacular the last few years.
Now, here's Thompson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Irving kicks to Miller. Baseline jumper, and there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And that was very confident offense right there.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Parker outside. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Duncan's got his second basket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Irving from long range. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening
Points.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Cleveland's gotten it going again. It's Cleveland.
He played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back in the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some season.
And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Miller. Love comes in for Thompson. Smith checked in for Sean. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
And one more note about Cleveland. Everyone will now assume that they will make the playoffs this year, but the ultimate goal is a title, something that hasn't happened in the city of Cleveland for any major sport in a long time. Probably 64th, I think, may be the last title.
Again, you're right on it. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Baines is checked in. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Spurs shooting well. 50% from the floor. 1:41 left in the first half. Mills dishes to Bellinelli. Pass to Ginobili. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Good on the shot. Ginobili's got 5.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
Up above 50% shooting now for the game, guys, and they'll definitely take that. It's defense where they need to key in. The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. That drops.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Feeds to Bellinelli. Into Diaz. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
24 seconds.
And the Spurs with possession here. Ginobili outside. Into Diaz. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaz got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Here's Ginobili. He has 7. Tries it from 9. That one off the back iron and out. LeBron outside. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers lead by 20. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good group too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the... We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 24 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
The Cavaliers leading by 20.
Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Parker following the basket by LeBron James.
Yeah, the defenders draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And Parker drops them both.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Now James. Here's Shumpert. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's now 6 points for Iman Shumpert.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back a number of years where the number 1 seed has had a tough time in its first round matchup only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
And San Antonio has possession. Spurs trail by 21. And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterward. One of the things that's so impressive was the depth of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level when Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. San Antonio calls timeout.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. The other thing he discussed with them was that they should be forceful with the ball. He said if they see a gap in the defense, they should go straight to the bucket. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. And Mozgov, offensively, can get you some nice second-chance buckets.
Yeah, and I like the fact, Kevin, that he's a decent roll man in the pick and roll, and he can knock down the three-pointer on occasion. So, nice combination for that big guy.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Parker against Irving. Green with a screen for Parker. 11 feet away, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Parker against Irving. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, Parker.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
You know, every year there are a handful of teams in the Eastern Conference that buck the trend against the West, and last year Cleveland was one of them.
And Kevin, as you said, most teams in the East struggled out of conference, but Cleveland was pretty solid against the West, and I think they'll be even better with LeBron.
Absolutely. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Lets it go from 11. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Spurs trail by 21. Parker drives in, and he gets it to go. Parker's got 8 points in the quarter.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Irving from long range. And another 3 for Cleveland.
They don't need much of anything else the way he's scoring the ball out there.
Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Leonard, powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Yeah, that was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
That's good. That's 28 points for LeBron.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They got to keep riding him.
Parker with no one around, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Parker outside. And the pass to Duncan. Lets it go from 11. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
Leonard. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mozgov's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Shumpert. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Green, the pass to Parker. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Fires for 3. Here's Splitter. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block and a 3-point play chance here. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Thompson. J.R. Smith's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Cleveland. LeBron comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Baines is checked in. Smith for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best to play.
And Mills kicks to Diao. To the wing right side. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. It's good. The assist that time from Diao. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Tries it from 19. No good from Irving.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Desperately, I think he should have converted that one.
And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And the 3 off target. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And as we conclude the third quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Mills and Manu at the guards. Boris Diaw is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, jersey advertising, an idea that had been bandied about for a long while. Last season, in lieu of that, the league tested out advertising on the court apron for the first time, as well as a small ad on the top of the backboards. So the league, of course, always looking for new revenue streams.
And Steve, you mentioned the apron advertising. It's only being allowed for locally broadcast games.
And I think that makes sense, Kevin. Viewers probably see it more than they would see stitching on a player's jersey. And I think keeping the ads off the court and the players is a good line to draw.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Here's Irving from the right block. The shot is good. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Thompson. Nails it from the high post. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And here's Mills. Now the dish to Diaw. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Offensive rebound. Off target at the rim.
But an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Here's Mills following the basket by Kyrie Irving. James outside. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Here's Bellinelli. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. San Antonio again missing. And the Cavaliers with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for her, and the basket's good.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
6. And Ginobili, here we go. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but, Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end and be more aggressive.
Shots good by Mills.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Irving for three. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Thompson. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. Mike Miller's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for LeBron. Spurs also with the sub. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Boris Diaw.
Marco Bellinelli with a career season playing for the Spurs in 2013-14. His best ever three-point percentage. In fact, he led the league in that category for the first half of the season.
Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
Oh my gosh,
and for Bellinelli, you couldn't have asked for a better situation than the Spurs offensively.
Yeah, they put their shooters in a great position to succeed, Kevin. A really good passing offense with a clear system, clear-cut system. Marco wasn't asked to create his shot as much, and that benefits him and his team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love's checked in for Varejão. LeBron comes in for Mike Miller. Iman Shumpert's checked in for J.R. Smith. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit is still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stopped, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end. Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Parker with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the wide-open shot from Green. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
James has a 2-pointer. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. Irving against Parker. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Irving. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
And here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Count the bucket.
These guys putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Now here's Parker. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Spurs, Baines is checked in, and it's Bellinelli in for Green.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
You know, one of the reasons the Spurs are able to stay near the top of the standings is that their play is consistent. They never seem to drop games that they're supposed to win, and that's true even when they're on the road.
Assist from Marco Bellinelli.
Here's Dellavedova. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Rebound, San Antonio.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Duncan. Passes to Bellinelli. From 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Varejão.
Cavaliers timeout.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're ahead by 22. 8 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they're obviously going to win, but this timeout may be about some substitutions.
Well, they may just want to make sure they don't do anything really foolish at the very end here.
And Cleveland making a change. Here.
James Jones. LeBron James. Kyrie
The
Irving.
drive by James. That's good. James has got 38 points.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and it's kind of unexplainable, and you try to go out there and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. And hopefully the momentum just continued to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, it opened up for the rest of us too.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr,
Presented by Sprite. The 2K Sports pregame show.